A happy ending, but still such a concern in North Carolina.
It's really a dire situation because the flooding is at major stage and it's not going to improve until the weekend. So we still have all of these rivers with the red diamonds here at major flooding right now, and especially the Lumber River in Lumberton, North Carolina. Just want to point out the fact that here is major flooding, just under 20 feet. And you can see today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday, it stays above major flooding. It will drop below major flooding on Monday, but then we're still seeing flooding of some kind. The problem is there's so much water, it really has nowhere to go. With more than a foot of rain from Matthew, all of this water is just sitting there and it just simply cannot recede. The Neuse River at Goldsboro, also the same situation. It'll take until Monday before it goes below major flood stage. Also want to point out Tropical Storm Nicole, or Hurricane Nicole right now. It is up to a Category 2 storm. This is not going to threaten the East Coast at all, but it is a threat to Bermuda, possibly as a Category 2 storm. Right now, winds are at 100 miles per hour. And you can see as we go into Thursday and Thursday afternoon, it could come very close to Bermuda, possibly making landfall as a Category 2 storm with up to 4 to 8 inches of rain likely. And also a 6 to 8 foot storm surge is possible as well. So we'll start to see those tropical storm force winds as soon as we get into the overnight hours. And then we're looking at hurricane force winds to affect Bermuda as we get into 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we are certainly looking at a major situation possible for Bermuda, but still the flooding is going to be a big concern for North Carolina the rest of this week. Let's look at the weather across the country. Your local forecast is coming up in just 30 seconds.
Such an odd story. Let us turn to Dylan. No real segue. So what are you looking at in your weather maps?
Well, we've got an interesting situation setting up across the Pacific Northwest. We have storm after storm after storm that's going to move in along this atmospheric river of moisture here. Not only will we see a lot of rain, but we could see hurricane force winds affect especially the coastline that goes for Seattle down through Portland and even into northwestern parts of California as well. So the first one moves in tonight, and then we'll start to see heavier rain that continue to affect the area Thursday and Friday. Then we're going to see another storm system make its way in over the weekend, and then yet another one on Tuesday. Combine all that just through the weekend alone, and we can see as much as 10 inches of rain in Crescent City. Most areas will pick up about 7 to 10 inches of rain, and some of the highest elevations, we could even see up to 20 inches of rain. So this is going to become a big, interesting story for the West Coast when you factor in those hurricane force winds as well. Elsewhere, we also have a chance of some isolated strong storms today from the Great Lakes stretching down into the Midwest this afternoon. Let's look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And we've got a big cool down to talk about, especially back through the Midwest. Yesterday in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, it was in the mid 70s. Today, temperatures will only be in the 40s. This cold front is moving eastward. So Minneapolis about 50 degrees today, Bismarck 46, Dodge City 60 degrees. That's 12 degrees cooler than normal, 56 in Kansas City. And that cooler air will spread eastward as we go into tomorrow. So Chicago, not too bad today, but tomorrow only in the 50s. Same goes for Cleveland. St. Louis, 63 degrees, even down in the Little Rock, Arkansas, upper 60s, so well below average for this time of year. With this front will come a couple of scattered showers and storms. Some could produce some heavier downpours, of course, all that lightning too. Out ahead of the front, it is going to be a delightful day, though. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And we're also waiting for tonight for that first of many storms to move into the Pacific Northwest, bringing rain and perhaps hurricane force winds. Let's look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.